Hello, this is Mcluvin News. So, Elton John has just released another article, totally separate from the first article, in which I wrote a very personal and long detailed response message to that and those people who had wrote in his comment. I'm here getting this information sourced in from Newsbreak. And in the article, there is nothing but positivity that Mr. Elton John is trying to put forth with the same update from the last update where he was worried about dying. And there again, it is honored here by Matthew Acton, by Radar Online, as I cut straight to the fact of this, to the respect of this article. The comments are yelling to show much respect and love and empathy for a man who has given so much of his life to the devotion of music, for so much of the care. He's talking about the fact he's already faced the reality of coming to the closing point of his life. And before, he was talking about the shout out for his kids and the hopes that he would make it to see the end, to see his children be able to be with him in the last days that he has on this earth. Special shout out to Matthew Acton from Radar Online here. Mcluvin News reporting in, dying Elton John, 77. As you can read from the title article there, he is being forced to starve. Special shout out to Matthew Acton. So there he's talking about the closing point in this full article. I implore you to read this. I'll leave the link in the description. It is deeply impacting, and I am making a new custom special reaction double video on this that I ask you to follow up, because this is heartbreaking. I've already made a video. I've been adamant that how can I possibly get a message to Elton John where he's been talking about all these emotional feelings, as many other actors have been talking about, but there's something very special about Elton John that a lot of people just haven't quite captured, the GOAT, the legend that he is. And it's not just about him having money and every other thing, and he's quite happy in his life right now because he has music. And you know what's beautiful about this man? His music has been shared with us the Americans, us the world, us everyone. It's for everybody. He has wisdom and information out there that is very useful, very helpful. He's a big empathetic individual, and he has a lot of wisdom and heart to share. And even though his body may not be the same as he talks about it in this article, you can read it from the prostate cancer that he has already battled through, limited eye vision, he has already suffered from that. And I know there's a lot of other people that would say, hey, he's a celebrity, it's Elton John, okay, he's rich, he's well off, he's doing just fine, he'll be okay, he's got money. You can see a lot of disrespect in the comments, which I'll just point out. No harm to those who commented, who are indirect to that, but you got to see that a lot of people are basically saying get over the fact because they're old, they've already suffered this, they're suffering from health care. You know what, Mr. Mary from Baltimore, Maryland, it's understandable totally. And the responses are sometimes polite, other times not so invigoratingly hopeful. And I think the fact is there's so many people struggling with heart problems, age, and complications. There's good heartfelt points in there with many other people who are suffering. There's some positivity in there. There's some support. But I think the message that we got to remember is each one of us with our collective minds can do a lot more good than just being selfish and self-centered and only thinking, hey, I'm old, I've been through life, I got over it, I'm dealing with it. I myself have to feel the same too if I have to die alone or be left alone. And some of the comments are very positive, but there are some who are just straight up in there about themselves. Some of them are very independent, like this gentleman here in his response, the woman. There's women, there's men. There's some political conflicts in here. Not everything is credible to this article, but I made this as long as I did to make this point that I've already covered a previous article about Mr. Elton John, and I really hope it gets views. This is the main title of this video here. As a special edit to that, to my link, I made a private video that is still... where I dropped off in the last short. This is dated back from Joshua Wilburn. This is back a month ago. 10 views on this video. I'll post a link in the link to that. And I really hope people pass this special custom video I made. It's about 11 minutes and 49 seconds. But I didn't make the video just about Elton John, but how much he's affected and positively influenced the world and what good he can do in this world with the climate we're dealing with and everything else. I almost thought that my phone's text message thing was live. That's why I tried to scroll it. But this is Mcluvin News, Philip Mills. You will find the full link to the new article in the description. And most importantly, I implore you guys to check out that video I wanted Elton John to get. What am I supposed to do? I'm struggling too, just like you guys who are older and aren't there. I'd love to meet a lot of you guys out there that are struggling and get your stories heard, if you want your story heard. I'm not trying to just be pity, pity, Mr. Elton John. Elton John's not asking for pity, pity, pity. No, he's saying that he is dying. He's sharing empathy. He's sharing a feeling that you would have to listen to some of his music, which is a special just for me. You'd have to listen to some of his music to feel songs that when this man is dead, when he is gone from this earth, you will be wishing you could have said something better than some of your comments. You will be walking back to ask for advice from Mr. Elton John, because when he's gone, who's going to give us the advice of the wisdom and the knowledge and the intellect of a man who knows so much depth and empathy and love and wisdom and so much more I couldn't even possibly begin to even fathom. Elton John is a legend and a GOAT, but he deserves our love. And I'm hoping that this message, again, you guys will be nice enough to pass. Mcluvin News, check out the link in the description to that video, and please pass it to Mr. Elton John. Spread it to family and friends. If I have to travel the world to try to get to Elton John before he's gone, I will try to do it, but I'm struggling too, guys. That's why I'm doing this cause, to fight for the kids and the generations, to unite some people who want to be on board with this. I am working hard to try to rebuild a better structural generations of academic future and bring that positivity to grow money, profit. If I have to fight for healthcare, I'll fight for healthcare, but it starts with the kids. It starts with the kids and the children. And our seniors, of course, our veterans, everyone who's fought and died for the right for their independence and their freedom in their country, especially here in America, where I start off with. I'm asking from America, me, myself, and every other person out there, whoever wants to be the first to do this, I promise you I will be repaying you back tenfold over, as much as I can with my thanks, gratitude heart. And if it costs you money, I promise you I'll pay you back, because I will do what it takes. I really want to get this message to Elton John. I want to share that mind frame, because the greatest insult is the lack of intelligence, the lack of shared collective heart for those who want this kind of shared connectivity. And I ask you guys, please share that video. Thank you again for Mcluvin News. Without the present, there is no future.